What's up, you guys? It's Rap here. Holy cow, AMC was all over the place today. We were down as much as 8% this morning, and we finished the day up 4.6% in the green. Nice RTG day. And if someone asked me to sum today up in 3 words, it is buying the dip, because that is exactly what us apes did. Now remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this is financial advice, but that's what the chart screams to me. We'll take a look at the charts, we'll take a look at Ortex, we'll also take a look at Stonko Tracker as well, and then I'm going to end this video talking about the mainstream media and really how the mainstream media is in some ways helping AMC and helping us apes out. But before I dive in and cover all that stuff, if you guys can, do me a huge favor, drop a like down on this video, hit that subscribe button, make sure that you ring that bell for the YouTube algorithm, because it really does help me out. And let's get this video out to as many apes that we possibly can and help inform them of what is actually going on with AMC and not all the mainstream media FUD. But let's dive on in here and take a look at the chart. And I'm really going to cover 2 things here for today, and that is the fact that once we got below this 53 3/4 level, the stock was extremely volatile. And what do I mean by extremely volatile? Well, we went from oversold down here to overbought, back down to oversold, back here to overbought, and then we had a nice period of consolidation right here. Now, this is about really the only period of consolidation we got, and the thing that I want to point out here is we actually got a good test of this 53 3/4 level of support, which is beautiful to see. Also, if you kind of tilt your screen a little bit and take a look at this is a nice W formation followed by a period of consolidation, which is a bullish indicator. Now, this is often referred to, thank you trades, as a George W. That's exactly what this is. Now, it's a very loose W, but it is definitely a W, and we had a nice rip right after that consolidation period, which is beautiful to see, finishing up 4.63% on the day. Now, if we take a look at the 5-minute time frame, today, honestly, in my personal opinion, looks like a reflection over the y-axis of yesterday, maybe just slide it up a little bit. That's really what we saw today. We saw an immense amount of selling pressure, and you can even see here on the RSI, oversold this morning. The stock is very volatile below this 53 3/4 level. Now, if we go out here and take a look at the 1 month, 1 hour time frame, which is personally one of my favorite time frames, we can see that we did break this ascending level of support today. However, we had a nice doji candle here. If we zoom in here and take a look at it, which indicates indecision within the stock. Does the stock want to continue going down, or does it want to go up? And what we got was a 50-50 coin flip, and we went up today, guys, and we broke back above that ascending level of support. So we might be able to chalk this up to a false break. Hopefully tomorrow we continue respecting the channel and we don't break this level tomorrow. And that's just personally me. The other thing, I know I'm going to keep pointing this out, but the RSI oversold here this morning. The stock is clearly uncomfortable below 53 3/4, which is a good sign to see that we're trading within this channel and the stock is uncomfortable when it is below the channel. Beautiful thing to see, and it's what we were doing down at 10, the 1050, etc. down below. Now, the other thing that I want to talk about before we hop over to the short interest is the year-to-date time frame here, still respecting that ascending level support. I have the 9-day moving average chalked up here, and we respect the 9-day moving average, which is sitting at $55.26. This candle also for today is what's called a hammer candle, which indicates strong buying pressure and weak selling pressure. And that's exactly what we saw. Also, guys, today, we only saw 169 million shares traded today. Yesterday, we saw 184. So just keep that in your minds. We saw less volume today. So we are definitely consolidating, which is not a bad thing within this channel. That means we're just setting ourselves up for the next leg up. Now, if we wanted, when we dive in here and take a look at the short interest through Ortex, wow, this number actually jumped since I had last looked at it. 1.23% to the upside. The shorts are continuing to hammer down on this stock and not giving it up. I've said it once and I'll say it again. This has gone beyond common sense for them. This is now an ego play. They don't want to be beat by a bunch of retail investors. But if we take a look here, 4.74 million shares borrowed. We saw 3.59 of them returned, which gave us a positive borrow change of 1.14 million. Our utilization, 94.28%. Let's continue to keep looking at this utilization because I think this is going to become a telling number, guys. Definitely going to be. Our short interest or free float is sitting around 14.6%, 16% estimated. If we come up here and take a look at it, the last reported was 13.99. Our free float on loan is 18.17%. Put both of those together, you're easily over 30% short interest on AMC. Our current estimated short interest is sitting at 72.4 million shares. What are we seeing here, guys? The shorts are continuing to short the stock, which means they're just adding more fuel to the fire and more tendies for when we go to tendy town, guys. That's just me. I'm no wizard or anything like that, but they're definitely adding fuel to the fire, and us apes just buy the dip when we get the opportunity. That's what's going on. Whoa, it actually just changed. So 9.84 million shares borrowed, 8.97 million shares returned, which gave us a positive borrow change of 877,260. Interesting. But taking a look here, looking at this yellow line here, which is our estimated free float on loan, not on loan, estimated short interest of free float, continuing to go up. We were all the way down at 11%. Now we're creeping back up to that 14%. I wouldn't be surprised if we continue to creep back up here, guys. When we're just consolidating this channel and we're waiting for that next leg up, guys. That's what we're waiting for. But our shares on loan, 92.92 million shares. It has gone up. The shorts aren't learning their lessons and us apes are just buying the dip. Now, if we take a look here at Stonko Tracker, we have 82,919 calls in the money. At $60, we put almost another 30,000 calls in the money. There's 200,000 short shares of AMC that are available to borrow and 20,218 short ETFs. 200,000 short shares of AMC available to borrow. And you can see throughout the day, we got down as low as 100,000 short shares available. So they are continuing, like I said, to hammer away at this stock, and it is becoming harder to borrow because their utilization, 94.28%. You can only go up so far before you're essentially gobbling up every single share that's returned, and then you're waiting for someone to return their position, essentially. Not surprised. Now, if we take a look here at the option calls, 82,919 that are in the money, 266,995 out of the money calls. In the money puts, and this is the thing that I really want to hammer home on, is in the money puts 5,609. That is wimpy compared to the amount of in the money puts. The calls are outweighing puts right now by far, which shows bullish sentiment within the stock. We have 244,945 puts out of the money. Now let's go back in here at the Webull. Speaking about Webull, down below in the description of this video is my referral link to Webull. You do get 2 free stocks when you join Webull, valued anywhere between $8 and $2,000, one when your account's approved, and the other when you deposit $100 on the platform. I do get a free stock as well because you did use my referral link down in the description. But when we take a look here at the options chain, where are all these puts? At $50, at $45, at $40, at $35. If we take a look here on the upper end of the options chain, we really only have, let's see, 2,000, 5,000, 1,000, 1,236 at $59, $60, and $62. Outside of that, there's not a lot of put interest here, which is definitely huge for the stock, because last week, I don't know if y'all remember, but we had a solid put wall that had an open interest of like 18,000, and I believe it was sitting at $60, which was insane, and it was the reason why it was so difficult for AMC to get over $60. Now that's not really there. So if we do move to the upside, I think we're going to definitely have a lot more ease. Just my personal opinion. Now, the other thing I really want to take a look at is the volume on the options chain today. At $60, 47,515 contracts were traded at the $60 strike for an average price of, let's say, $430 or 4.30. That's crazy, guys. That is a lot. If we want to take a look at a comp to this, so 4.30, if we come over here and take a look at the 57 is about the most reasonable comp. The comparison of volume, 3,000 versus 47,515, that is a lot of a difference. It shows the bullish sentiment within the stock. Now, if we want, let's zoom out here and go to July 16th and take a look at my personal favorite strike, $145. 14,826 contracts were traded today at the strike alone. And they had to pay between $4 and $3.90 or $400 and $390. Now, if we want to take a similar comparison to this and come down here and find a similar comparison to it, we would have to come all the way, what was that, 4.0 and 3.90? We would need to come, all the way down here to $41. 276 puts were traded at this comp. Incredibly bullish sentiment within the options chain, guys. This makes me not worried at all. And then when I look at this chart here, year to date, I'm not worried at all. The shorts are continuing to lose money, in my personal opinion. And guys, we are clearly winning this fight because they are doing everything that they can to push this stock down, and us apes are just buying the dip. Now, the next thing that I really want to talk about, and this is going to be more of a talking head, so tune out now if you guys want, but really the huge thing I want to talk about now is the fact that AMC is being mentioned in the mainstream media a lot. Yes, we are seeing a lot of FUD articles, but the mere fact that AMC is being mentioned and talked about so much, no matter how much they bash it, is good for the stock. Any news is good news for the stock is a common saying that goes on when trading stocks. And the fact that it's being talked about is beautiful. Sure, maybe they're comparing it to Torchlight. Maybe they're comparing it to Clover. Maybe they're comparing it to GameStop. Maybe they're comparing it to who knows what high short interest stock. The fact that they're talking about it alone is helping us out, because what this does is it causes people to think and go, well, why is CNBC talking about this? Why is Fox News talking about this? And they start digging into it and start reading things and go, oh, well, this is what's going on. And then, I mean, if you pull up Google and look at the stock return year to date, it's over 2,000%, which is just bananas. And I mean, any person who would look at this and read about this and understand what's going on, there's definitely one clear side that they're going to pick. And I'm just going to say right now, it's not the shorts. They're definitely going to pick the apes and join us apes, guys. But that's really what I want to leave you guys with. It's a little bit of a short video and try to do it as fast as I can so you guys can get back to your night. But let me know down in the comment section what you guys think about AMC. I'm still incredibly bullish on it. We still can absolutely squeeze. And if anything, this is going to be more of a Tesla squeeze and not a squeeze that we saw back in January, which means we'll see growth over time versus a very quick squeeze and then we're done. Also, I'm definitely very curious about tomorrow because NSCC-002 goes into place. So we might want to keep our eyes peeled on the news and see if any possible margin calls appear. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.